In the previous example, we added a bolt, washer, and then right here we added nut, and we did that separately for both of these grooves. Well, you actually don't need to do that. Here we had just 2 grooves, so it was easier. But what about this case? We have 4 grooves, and here if you just need to add 4 nuts or maybe screws here, then that's going to take some time, and you actually don't need to do it. We have a direct method of creating an array, and using that array you can add just one component in any one of these grooves, and then you can just make copies. Let's see how it works. But before we do that, we need to add this top cap. And for that, once again, we need to start with adding a component. So I'll go to insert component and open from this PC. And here we just need to add this top cover. Select top cover and click on open. All right. And I'll just place it like this. Now this top cover should go here. So in this case, I'll just start with this one. So I'll select this face right here, this surface actually, and I'll select this one using control key. So control select this one, and now it should be concentric. So I accidentally selected an axis as well, which I don't need to. So I'll repeat it one more time. So I'll select this surface, and then I'll control select this surface right here. Now in this case, as you can see, I'm always zooming in. Whenever I'm just using these components, I'm zooming into different parts of the drawing, and you actually don't need to do that. If you have components which are spaced in your drawing area, then you can, instead of zooming in, magnify that component or that specific part of the component. Let me show you an example. In this case, once again, I'll just select this surface. Now, in order to select this one, I'm going to simply type G, and when you type G, it will magnify this area. Now the area is magnified. All I need to do is just move my mouse wheel, and if I scroll it like this, it will zoom only that part. And now I can easily control click on this one to select it. There we are, it's easily selected. Now you can click on concentric and it's done, it's selected. Now, once again, this G is active, so I'll press escape key to get rid of it. All right, it is merged completely inside, so I'll just move it up. And I think I need to add one more concentric mate. So once again, we'll repeat the process. So maybe let's just do it for this one. So I'll just select this surface and once again, press the G key. So G, now it is magnified, and you can again zoom in or out. So just like this. Now control click and it is selected. Make it concentric and done. All right, so this is done. Now we're still free to move it up and down. That we want to avoid. Now to do that, I'm just going to make this face coincident on this one. So I'll select this one, this face right here, and control select this one, and I'll just make it coincident. And that's all we need to make it fixed in space. All right, so this is now fixed in space. Let's add the screw here. So insert component, and we'll start by adding the screw, which is right here. So screw is selected, click open, and I'll just add it right about here. Now that component is added, we need to add it in the first groove, and we'll just add it right here. So I'll select this face, this surface actually, and then once again, G for magnifying this one, and now I'll control select this. And this should be concentric. Done. Now you can press escape key. And here we just need to make sure that this plane is coincident on that one. So I'll just select this one, then I'll orbit this, and once again I'll type G and control and click. Now this should be coincident and done. Press escape and we have it right in place. All right, so we've added this screw very easily. Now we just need to make copies of this. To do that, I'll use this linear component pattern. Now, before we make the copies, we need to know the distance as well. And to find out the distance, I'll go to Evaluate tab. And here we have the measure option. Let's select it. And this will open this kind of small tab. Now I'll select this surface. And then I'll select this surface, or even axis you can select. And the distance is 34 mm. All right, let's do it again for this side. So I'll go to measure and I'll select this one, this surface, and then I'll select this surface. And that distance is, well, the straight distance is what we are looking for, and it doesn't seem to be visible. Well, it looks like it is 22.49. Well, just to double check, I'll just press escape key and I'll repeat it again. So measure, and I'll select this axis, and then I'll select this axis. And it looks like our previous calculation was wrong, and this is 24 mm. And I wasn't sure of that distance, and hence I checked it again. And as you can see, it is 24 mm. So of course, 24 is the distance. So now we know that this distance is 24 and this one is 34. We can use it to just add that array. So go to assembly and select the linear component pattern and select this one, linear component. Now start with direction 1. Now for the first direction, I'm going to select this one, this here. And for the second direction, I'm going to select, well, this one, this edge here. So we've selected both the directions. Now in both the directions, we want 2 components. So add 2 here and add 2 here. So we have got in direction 1, 2 components, and in direction 2, 2 components. Now this first distance, which is 50 mm, well, we need to change that as well. So here, let's just add 34, and the second distance is 24. There we are, we've added it. Now we need to select the component that we want to pattern. Now the component that we want to pattern is this. So select the screw, and here we are. So we've got this thing, but it's of course not at its right place. So we just need to simply shift the direction. So click on this option for direction 2. Here it is shifted here. And for direction 1 also, change the direction, and there it is. It's back here. So everything is right in its place. So with 34, 24 and 2 components, well, we've got it all in place. Click OK, and there we are. We've got all of these 4 screws in place, and we just don't need to add it manually one by one. Now in a similar way, you can create patterns for circular assemblies. So let's say if you have a pipe joint where you have several hex bolts to join, and if you want to join it using circular component pattern, you can select this option. And there are several other options which are exactly like the pattern feature which we have seen in the SolidWorks part modeling.